Okay, so here we are, slightly different ride today. We're on the Isle of Wight, and today's mission is to cycle around. It's my birthday ride, so time to stop talking and get on with it. We were staying in Freshwater, so I designed the route to start and finish there. I sort of based it roughly around routes that I found online, such as that by Sus Trains and by Jack Thurston. At the end of the day, I picked the best of these and mixed in some more of the National Cycle Network roads to come up with the route I wanted, and this is what it looked like. One of the things I didn't appreciate was the fact that, and I don't know why, that the Isle of Wight wasn't flat. I should have checked the elevation first. So throughout the 64-mile ride, there was a total climbing of 4,000 feet, which is around about 1,200 metres. There was also a very sharp climb towards the end, but more of that as we get into the video. Straight away, this looked like a good route as I headed off down into a bridleway like this that carried on for a couple of miles. I've got a bit of a soft spot for things like this where it's old stations that have been turned into cafes and other things, and also with the old railway track turned into a cycle lane, and the signal is go, so let's go. So I'm only 5 miles in, but so far it's been absolutely excellent. Going down disused railway tracks that have been turned into cycle paths and really quiet lanes like this. I'm sure we're going to hit some main roads soon. I'm just going to enjoy this while I can. This is the Cowes floating bridge, which is a chain ferry crossing the River Medina from East Cowes to Cowes. The first floating bridge between the two towns was established in 1859, and the crossing is one of the few remaining that has not been replaced by a physical bridge. The floating bridge is the only way to actually cross the River Medina between the towns without taking a 10-mile trip via Newport, and I certainly wasn't about to do that. This is the Abbey of Our Lady of Quar. I think that's how you pronounce it, Q-U-A-R-R. Anyway, it's a monastery on the Isle of Wight that's home to a small group of Benedictine monks. One of the reasons why it caught my eye was that the tower had almost like a Russian feel to it. I don't know if you think they're the same, or maybe that's just me, don't know. And then it's a quick view over the Solent to Portsmouth in the distance. It's always nice to see these national site route markers just to confirm that I was on the right route. So I've come from a long way over there and around that sticky out bit, technical geographic term, all around there. You see just where those yachts are, and ended up. Not ended up from there here, that right there. Tasha and I are quite partial to the odd G&T now and again, so we were quite pleased to discover that the Isle of Wight had its own gin distillery. However, so when we visited, we were actually quite disappointed because the gin they produced wasn't quite to our taste. Oh well, plenty of other bottles on the shelves. This is so cute that I just wanted to take a picture of it. It's just a shame that it's now houses and no longer a field with horses or ponies living in it. This is just a shot of Sandown Beach. We did say we were going to come back here one day while we were on holiday, but never actually made it, which is quite a pity really, because it's quite a long sandy beach. And I was able to cycle along the length of it before returning back to the main road again. So that was quite a hill to get up, as you can see by the views in the distance, but it wasn't the worst hill, or the steepest hill should I say. That was yet to come. So here we are, got about 6-7 miles left to do. And God, the Isle of Wight certainly isn't flat, that I can say. Right, let's go. But little did I know what was waiting for me, which was this. This was the hill that broke me on the military road, leading into freshwater. It doesn't look much, but at its peak it gets to 16%, and after the end of the day's ride it just proved too much, and I have to admit that I got off and walked up half of it. So at the end of what was an absolutely fantastic ride, weather was perfect, which was nice because prior to this we'd had 2 days of very strong winds. The roads that the route went round were wonderful, lots of quiet country lanes, lots of repurposed ex-railway tracks and so on, so traffic was at a minimum. It's showing back the last hill, but never mind. It's time to head back to camp and break open a bottle of the wine that Tasha bought me for my birthday.